Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, and we will go ahead and do the game between Oklahoma State and Georgia. And just to save, I'm wondering if I go ahead and select the game. Okay, it won't simulate the other games here, so let's go ahead and simulate all these games. Northwestern beat Northeastern, which is not surprising. Southern Miss beats UT Martin, not surprising. Rice shuts out Nicholas State, not surprising. Yeah, that's a key game right there. So we're not going to skip over that. But Nebraska beats Nevada, not surprising. Pittsburgh beats Eastern Michigan, not surprising. Come on, give me a surprise somewhere. South Carolina beats Louisiana Lafayette, not surprising. West Virginia beats Western Michigan, not surprising. Oklahoma beats North Texas, not surprising. This might end up being a catchphrase for the series, not surprising. Miami beats Marshall, not surprising. I was about to say, if USF loses here, they will automatically be the number one in the bottom 10. Army and Akron. Army won. That's actually surprising. Connecticut and Duke battle two basketball schools, and Duke wins 35-17. Indiana State versus Indiana. Indiana wins, not surprising. Another key game. James Madison, North Carolina. North Carolina wins, not surprising. UAB and Michigan State. UAB put up a better fight than I thought they would. Ole Miss and Memphis. Go Tigers. Boo. Damn, they choked. That looks of it. Well, it was tied, but then Ole Miss at the game-winning field goal. Kansas State and Auburn. Kansas State pulls off the upset. Wow. Okay, that's really going to affect this game right here in week 6 for McNary Central. That just also affected probably a few future key games as well. Troy and Arkansas. Arkansas dominates Troy. UCF and NC State. Ooh, came down to the wire. Bowling Green, Minnesota. Minnesota wins, and not surprising. Louisiana Tech dominates, not surprising. Okay, in real life, this game, Appalachian State versus number 2 Michigan. Michigan loses because Appalachian State blocked the game-tying field goal. It was game-tying or game-winning, one of the two. And Eeh. 73-14. Yeah, they weren't getting upset this time around. Rivalry game between New Mexico and UTEP. UTEP wins, rating-wise. It was close. South Carolina State versus the Air Force. Air Force wins. Virginia and Wyoming. Virginia wins. Iowa and Northern Illinois. Iowa wins big time. FIU and Penn State. Oh, we're at the 3 o'clock game now. Oops. I meant to just go all the way to the 12:30 games, but I got carried away. So, that's my bad. But so that way, I don't have to go through all that again. We will go ahead and save the Dynasty. Yes, I know the save file already exists. Why do you think I'm trying to do this right now? By saving it. Save. 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 Save me. Save me. Yes, I'm being weird. You get used to it. Saving. Just keep saving. Save successful. There we go. And now for... did I accidentally simulate the... I know? Okay, good. Made sure to avoid all the key games. Now, obviously, offensively, their numbers aren't going to look the best, but defensively, they look like gods. That's because they haven't played a game yet. It's pretty even on paper. Like, you look at their overalls, both of them are B+ overalls. B+ on offense and B defense. So, it should be a good game on paper. As we will go into the rosters for their depth charts. And, I'll go this way so we go to Oklahoma State first, because Oklahoma State is the road team. And I want to start off by doing the starting lineup for the road team. There we go. Starting quarterback for the Oklahoma State Cowboys is P.J. Dukes at a 91 overall. So yeah, this is definitely going to be a big difference between that Navy and Temple game. You have Ball Harris starting at halfback. You have Chris Boyd being your only fullback. You have Ryan Bolden, Kevin Wayne, and Zach Young all being your starting wide receivers, with Ryan Bolden being a 92 overall. You have Ross Jackson being your starting tight end. Well, if they actually use tight end a lot in their formations. You have Reggie Lucas being your starting left tackle. Brandon Singletary being your starting left guard. And you best hope to God he don't get hurt, because then you'd be dealing with Tyler Rhodes at a 68 overall. If you have any relation to the Wrestling Rhodes family, you might want to prefer to get into that, just by your overall. R.J. Morgan is an 88 overall at your starting center. Jonathan Terashinsky is an 82 overall. Eric Brown's an 87 overall at right tackle. Left end is Jesse Maxwell. Josh Cumbie is your starting right end. And they run a 4-3. I mean, up the middle doesn't look that decent. 80 overall Jason Harris and a 74 Brad Moss. You have an 80 overall Trent Arnold at left outside linebacker. Middle linebacker is Ryan Russ. Right outside linebacker, is Daryl Carlton. You got Devin Mills, Bobby Bracey, who is your starting corner, kick returner, and punt returner. And Nick Morocco for those safety plays. No, for those 3 defensive back corner plays. You have William Davis at free safety. Strong safety is Vincent Walker. Stefan Larson is your starting kicker. Your starting punter is Cedric Freeman. And as we discussed, Bobby Bracey was all that. And you have Sean Daniels being right behind him for the kickoffs. And you have Bo Newton being behind Bracey for the punt returns. And now, for your 18th ranked Georgia Bulldogs. Heading into this matchup, you have Reggie Smith being your starting quarterback. You have your starting running back being Clint Bullocks over Rodney Hood, who is your impact player. Highly questionable. You have Cameron Jackson being your starting fullback. Starting wide receivers are Randy Moore, Chester Burns, and for the 3 receiver set, Peter Sanders. Although personally I'd put Peter over Chester because of the speed. I mean, 98 speed. Heck, even below there, you see they've got Sanders ahead of Burns. Your starting tight end is Steve Hamilton. Starting left tackle is Randy Johnson, not the baseball player. Yeah, Scott Woods at a 90 overall being your left guard. Your center is Joel McDonald. I mean, this is Georgia. He probably does have a farm with his grandpa, Old McDonald. Yeah, Ronald Douglas at an 82 overall at right guard. Right tackle is Marcus Tolbert. Kurt Davis is your starting left end. Your starting right end is Tony Jackson. They also run a 4-3, so James Goodman and Ahmad Hopkins are your starting defensive tackles. Left outside linebackers Jamie Franz. Mid linebackers Jonathan Byrd. And Chad Patrick is your starting right outside linebacker, with Brian Colvin being your starting corner, along with Tristan Davis. Starting free safety is Dwayne Pitts. Jason Gates is your starting strong safety. Your starting kicker is Ronnie Parks. Starting punter is Alex Osborne. Kevin Spencer and Mark Simon are your starting return people. And they're also your punt returners as well. And that's it for this pregame. Before we actually start the game, I want to see real quick if I can change if they have a different uniform. Okay, they don't. Oklahoma State only has one. Okay, and I will go ahead and end the pregame now. So I will see you for the kickoff.